The information in this recording is general in nature and should not be considered personal advice. Please consult a professional and qualified financial advisor to discuss how this information may apply to your personal circumstances. Thanks for listening. Dane Pymble here from Life First Advice. So today I'm going to talk through our asset allocation service, how we structure portfolios to suit your goals and investment preferences. But before we begin, just a quick note, the information in this presentation is general in nature. It's not personal advice, so please reach out to us directly so we can tailor it to your circumstances. So let's start with three main portfolio construction styles: index, core satellite, and active. There's no perfect approach to investment strategies. Each of them come with various trade-offs. The goal is to choose the strategy that best fits your needs, preferences, and comfort with risk. Starting with index, an index strategy aims to match the return of the market at the lowest possible cost. There's minimal manager risk because the manager isn't trying to beat the market, just replicate it. And performance depends on how the overall market performs. Active, on the other end of the scale, active strategies aim to outperform a specific market index. For example, the ASX 200 for Australian shares. Active strategies come with higher costs and greater manager risk because results rely on the manager's skill. While there's potential to beat the market, there's also risk of underperformance. Sitting in the middle is the core satellite approach. Think of the core as the stable foundation, typically index-based, aiming for low cost and low turnover. The satellites are smaller, more active investments that aim to add extra performance or exposure to key themes. Like planets orbiting the sun, these are more dynamic and adjusted as conditions change. So at Life First Advice, we offer three asset allocation strategy options: index, for those who prefer a simple, low-cost approach; core satellite passive, it adds thematic exposures using exchange-traded funds based on our economic cycles research; and core satellite active. Core satellite active builds on the passive version, but also includes active fund managers with long-term outperformance. Each of these three strategies are available across the four main risk profiles: conservative, balanced, growth, and high growth. Once we've worked with you to determine your risk tolerance, the next step is choosing the strategy that best suits your goals and preferences. Index strategy aims to track the market for your risk profile, for example, balanced or growth, at the lowest possible cost. It's fully invested in index assets, implemented on low-cost platforms suitable to your needs. It's included in our standard ongoing advice service costs, and the total estimated cost for the portfolio is 0.25 to 0.5%, depending on investment size. For the core satellite strategies, these strategies are managed in-house and designed to outperform the index by managing the satellite component of the portfolio. The core is managed by BlackRock's iShares Enhanced Strategic Models. The satellites are built by us using either ETFs representing investment themes, which is what's made up in the passive option, or both ETFs and active fund managers with proven long-term results. That's the active option. Because these strategies involve active management by our team, they come with some additional costs. The core satellite passive, typically the costs are around 0.83 to 1.1%, and that's inclusive of a 0.35 plus GST advisor service fee. Core satellite active, 1.25 to 1.55%, inclusive of a 0.55% ongoing advisor fee. Both of these strategies are available on the Hub24 and Premium platforms and available both inside and outside of Super. The iShares Enhanced Strategic Models managed by BlackRock are the foundation of our core satellite strategies. BlackRock brings over 30 years experience managing multi-asset portfolios globally, and these models have been used in Australia for more than 8 years. We've chosen them because of their proven track record, robust design, and consistent process. These models have delivered strong long-term performance relative to their benchmarks and peers across a range of risk profiles. So that gives us confidence that the core of your portfolio is in safe, experienced hands. Now let's talk about the satellite component, the part of the portfolio where we apply more strategic thinking. Our main source of research comes from the team at Property Share Market Economics, led by economists Phil Anderson and Akhil Patel. Their work's grounded in the idea that history doesn't repeat exactly, but it often rhymes. And economic cycles tend to follow a predictable rhythm, roughly 18 to 20 years in length. At different stages of the cycle, certain themes tend to outperform. And so using this research, we adjust your satellite portfolio to reflect what we believe are the most relevant opportunities for the current phase of the cycle. And as conditions evolve, so do the investments, keeping you aligned with where the growth potential lies. There are very few occasions in this 18 to 20-year cycle where we may be more defensive than a core index approach typically allows for. And that's the only time where the core part of the portfolio will be touched. And for very specific reasons, drawn upon that economic cycle research, that in those specific periods of time, there is an expectation that we're going to go through a rough period in the markets, and preservation of capital becomes more important than growth in those periods. So there you have it, a quick overview of the 3 asset allocation strategies we offer at Life First Advice. And if you'd like to learn more or discuss what might be the right fit for you, feel free to get in touch. We're here to help. Thanks for listening.